Okay, so this is another video. So what you are looking at now is Peugeot 7 engine bay. This is phase one Peugeot 7. So background to this story. So one mechanic drove into a mechanic workshop where I was uh, in 407. Which I know the mechanic, but I could tell the vehicle doesn't belong to him. So he drove in with the vehicle and he wanted to, see if there's anybody at that mechanic workshop that can be able to deal with the electrical issue the car has. And that was the fan. The first thing first, the fan was burnt. Not the fan, the connection to the fan. They bypassed the fan to, of course, direct connection, and eventually the relay that was running, that they introduced on the connector to the fan, the connection to the fan got burnt and burnt the wires they did introduce as well in the bypass. So he needed someone. Fortunately for the owner, the fan was still in good condition, but the connection has been burnt. So you need an electrician that can be able to repair, get another relay, figure out how to fix, introduce small new wires, cut off the burnt one so that the fan can start working. So I told him, I don't get involved in such abuse. What I mean is maintaining abuse on a car. If you are talking about reversing the abuse connection, then I have your ears, or you have my ears. But if you are talking about, you know, maintaining just to put back the abuse, make it to work, you have to find somebody else, which he did anyway. So he went out. He went out, to look for a technician, electrician that can do that. So while he was out, so I took a glance at the engine bay and was surprised because what I could see there baffled me. For example, I could see that this, when I looked at it, that this has to be either EW10J4 engine or EW7J4 engine, and it has automatic transmission there, which is, I believe, AL4, because I could see the connector to the gearbox, which is usually AL4 connectors. So, but then, for those who are technicians watching this video, Peugeot ones, you could tell, I saw the map sensor that attached on the intake manifold, which is, of course, directly under the MTB, motorized auto body. So I looked at it, I was like, come on, this is TU5JP4 or EW10A map sensor. So what is it doing on this engine? Because number one, it's not about, okay, maybe as long as it works. No, this one is even the connector to the sensor of the EW10J4, EW7J4 is different from that of TU5JP4 engine map sensor. So about the TU5, the EW10J4 is about 3 wiring connector, while that of TU5JP4 EW10A is 4 wiring connector, because in the EW10A1 the IAT sensor is integrated into the map sensor. So there's no how the EW10J4 map sensor connector can fit in on the EW10A or TU5JP41. So I was like, what is going on here? So I started looking. I was okay, first thing first, let me even find out what is going on. So I looked at the VIN on the dashboard, and I looked at the VIN on the engine bay, and they both corresponded, showing it's the same vehicle. However, the VIN indicated that the car originally was supposed to have EW7J4, that's 1.8 liter engine, So I was like, EW7J4 engine, how come this car has automatic transmission? Because I know by standard, all Peugeot 407 produced that had that EW7J4 engine did not come with automatic transmission. All, not no single one. I think by like I say, standard. All the 1 point, in fact, let me put it a different way. All the 1.8 liter petrol engine in 407 from brand new only had manual transmission. So I was like, why is this thing with automatic? So, but it wasn't enough, because I started seeing a lot of things. And I looked at the ignition coil. Wow, the ignition coil is that of EW12J4, EW10A. You could say EW10A per se. I was like, wow, you know, I just started looking at it. I was like, what kind of combination? What kind of crap? Because I could see all different. Okay, let me see if I can zoom in well. I don't know, those of you who have technical eyes, when you look at the fuel injectors, right? So I look at injectors, the connectors on those connector on the injectors were kind of. I was like, what? Are you sure this is even Peugeot based? I mean, what? Because I've never. I know this is not a Peugeot connectors, wiring connector. I was like, who did this crappy job? Even if you are converting a car, how can you do? I just started looking as in, wow. Wow. See, by the time I realized what actually took place here was when I now opened the engine bay cover. No, not the engine bay. The engine ECU cover. The cover is also housing the BSM, the fuse box, and the wireless automatic transmission ECU. So when I removed it, and I said, oh, okay. I mean, come on. I was getting really, really confused, because I was like, what the hell? So when I opened it, and I saw EW10A engine ECU. I was like, oh. I started adding one or two things together, and I can realize what whoever that did that mess, I wanted to achieve. Would I call it achievement? I don't even know what to say, or what. I don't know. I was like, so vehicle produced with EW7J4 engine and wiring system. Now, for some reason, the person wanted the car to have automatic, because that's the only reasonable or logical thing that could come to my mind, right? Why this person went with this thing. I'm not talking about the owner now. I'm talking about whoever that did this car wanted this car to be automatic from manual. So, because it can't be a plug and play conversion, because the only way it can be a plug and play conversion, unless you are dealing with you are doing the conversion with a donor car. So, but this, I won't call it crazy, I'll call it stupid, fucking stupid thing here is that the easiest thing to have done is to pull wiring harness of EW10J for automatic, for fucking crying out loud. EW10, you look for a wiring harness of EW, not necessarily, I'm talking about engine wiring harness now. You look for wiring harness of EW10J for automatic that is almost everywhere. There are more 407 with EW10J4 automatic than that of manual or every other engine. As far as 407 petrol is concerned, in Nigeria, I'm not talking about every other place. Yet, whoever that's stupid, I will keep using that one, because that's a very stupid thought, not to think of stupid action, to even go ahead to do this. Now I have to go and pull wiring harness, messed up one, because you realize that there's no how it could work. Yes, he still went ahead. Pull the EW10A engine wiring harness, not engine wiring harness. In fact, before I even get to engine wiring, EW10A, was it even, I don't even know whether it was, because from the fact I knew they didn't even change the body wire, every other thing. So how they even did this thing, I use EW10A engine ECU, which should have just been, all they needed was, fuck. But of course they had to modify or butcher the wiring harness under the dashboard, because that's the only way it can work with automatic transmission. the vehicle, because remember the vehicle was produced for with manual transmission, so no wire concerning automatic transmission will be on the vehicle. So you have to introduce them. The best thing would I do, so this is something that is very, very available, as in I don't even know how to put it. Yet you went to get a wiring harness that eventually is not the engine that you even want to use for the conversion. You won't have break that wire instead of the one that is more easily available, more common, that you could just get since you intend to use EW10J4. What stops you from oh, fuck that. As in, I was like, fuck, human beings, do they even fucking think? As in, fuck. As in, I was just raving there. As in, who did this nonsense? And somebody paid, somebody purchased this car in this condition, because as far as I concerned, I saw the owner. Eventually, the owner came to the workshop where the mechanic eventually directed the owner where he was, where they were doing the work. He came. I don't want to mention the gender, whoever who has the, whether it was a male or female that owns the car, or who the person is, or what it looks like. I just couldn't fathom your mind to think. I was like, hold on, this person, did you buy this car in this condition? Or did you buy it because it was automatic? No, it was manual, and all you care about is I want it to be automatic, and they told you it's possible, it can be done. I mean, I don't know how many people that have, this picture is not doing justice. The reason why, see, I wanted to do a video actually right there, but I didn't want to make it because I didn't want to, no, okay, no. See, I may start getting very angry right there while I'm doing the video. We should look very awkward because you're like, what's your business? I mean, come on, why are you taking it this far? So I said, let me take a picture. Later I can do this when I'm not there. You know, it's this bad. I mean, guys, you need to see the mess. Look at even the throttle body. The guy has to now wash it there because the throttle body was gummed, as in gummed, very thick sand or dust. I don't even know that the butterfly could even open. So they had to now look for. In fact, I was there, they were spraying carburetor cleaner. I didn't even give a toss. I mean, if damaging spraying carburetor cleaner on a motorized throttle body, which you know, of course, obviously will damage it, which one is more important, the mess they did or the throttle body? I didn't even care to even try to educate them not to do that. Now, why was there this dust or gum on the throttle body? Because, of course, you know, because what I now realized was they use EW10A, I think it was EW10A engine wiring harness. So, you know, EW10A wiring harness, the IAT is inside the map sensor. So, meaning the throttle body they put is for EW10J4. Remember, it's EW10J4 engine. So, the throttle body there is EW10J4. And the IAT sensor is independent of the map sensor. So, the IAT sensor is attached on the throttle body. So, that particular hole, look at another stupid thing. That particular place where the IAT sensor is meant to be on this throttle body is empty there. It wasn't plugged in. I think it's someone who have a canteen. In fact, someone who has gone beyond 5 years old. Let me even put it like that. Supposed to know that, okay, even if they don't need that sensor anymore, you can as well just look for the sensor and put on that hole so that it stays closed, knowing what it means for any part of the from the air filter box to the intake to the motorized throttle body. There shouldn't be any form of leakage or hole to send dirt directly into the throttle body. Knowing what that as it's going straight into the combustion chamber and mess up your rings and the rest and all that. Kill the engine before you could say jack. And they left it open like that. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, you could see it. But if you have your technical eyes, if you understand it, you look at this throttle body, you won't see the map sensor there. So that was why it was that bad that the person has to wash it. Now you could be saying, oh, but what's the difference? All those things. That's a very stupid thing to use EW10A engine ECU, EW10A wiring harness to run EW10J4. I know people do that stupid conversion. You see them say, oh, EW10A is too problematic. Yeah. You know what they will do? They will go and put EW10J4 engine. I use some of the accessories of EW10A, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? The car will be starting like hell. Yeah, because they didn't do their research. They knew nothing about the injection system, how it was, both the injection and ignition system, how it was, the timing, everything. They knew nothing about those. This is an electronic ignition timing. So the EW10J4, the camshaft position sensor is on the exhaust camshaft. The exhaust camshaft controls it. While the EW10A, the camshaft position sensor is the intake camshaft that controls the camshaft position sensor. So that's how the ECU uses it to calculate, to know which cylinder that is firing, to know when the car will start, or how it runs, and the rest. So if you go and take the wiring connector and go and plug, because the way it's positioned. So if you take engine ECU of EW10A and plug in the, what's it called? I'm plugging the camshaft position sensor on the exhaust, on the exhaust camshaft. Of course, engine ECU will not, it will see it as if something is wrong with your timing. So it will not start. Of course, the car was doing that there. That was what they actually wanted me as well to look at. Okay, what is causing the hard start? I said, fuck the hell. I'm not going to plug in my car. I know what the problem is. Beyond that, I'm not going to tell you shit. It's okay, scan it now because the brake doesn't work. So many things. I said, this vehicle, plugging my scan to, is like, this is a timing bomb. You want me to blow up my system for fucking one sake? So it's not going to happen. I said, okay, what advice do you have? I said, scrap the goddamn car. That's what I'll tell whoever that owns this car. Go and scrap this car when you see have time to breathe. This is a midnight. This is a pure nightmare. I don't know how a human being can be using this car and say this. I mean, of course, I know whoever that's driving this car will be complaining like hell. There's nothing the person cannot say about 407, how horrible 407 is, because it has so many electrical problems. You keep going. Of course, most likely out of ignorance or even intentionally knowing that he or she created that problem by either buying this crap, because I call this thing a scrap, or putting the car in this condition as a scrap. I don't care whether you don't know, maybe you didn't know that it was done, you went to purchase. You are very stupid to go and buy a car. You have zero idea how to dictate a messed up car, and you went ahead and bought it by yourself without getting anybody who can be able to figure it out. Even a local mechanic can look at the engine and tell you, "Okay, run for your dear life," because this one is damn obvious to any mechanic that even the starting work today can tell you, oh boy, with all this wire cutting here and there, join this one from one end to the other. Joining, look at even different colors of wire. Look at this one that is beside the MTB, that thick red wire. Why don't you, people that own 407, why don't you go and check and see whether I can see this type of wire there? There's nothing I did not see. Different colors, in so naked, everything. There's one self. There are about two wires. I don't know if this picture can show you well. About one wire or so on the alternator that was even plain. As it was just there exposed. This is wire that is constantly, as soon as ignition running is passing positive current or voltage, and it's there waiting for anything negative to touch it, and boom, it blows whatever. I don't know. I don't even know. And so many things. I was like, the hell. All in the name of what? To convert the car from manual to automatic, and you did this mess. What the hell is wrong with Nigerians with this thing? Conversion. It's not like if you can't, I don't know. Damn. I think the problem, like I always say, the problem is Nigerians are still living in the dark ages. I don't know what to say, because even this mentality of car ownership is even beyond 504 era. As in, people are yet to understand that these cars are It's not just electrically controlled. They are this complex, as in, you probably don't even understand. Even your laptop right now, it's not as complicated and complex as a modern vehicle. So many electronics, so many modules. In fact, let me put it, I always say that a modern car has about 10 or minimum of 10 computers, as different individual computers joined together, working together. What is so hard for people to understand this, that you think you can do any cut and join, you do anyhow conversion, as long as a car can start and move, who cares? It's done well. Well, this is a living nightmare. But guess what? All he needs to do is for the owner of this car to post it online. Oh, he's going to sell most likely that if not that day, the next day. You know why? Because EW10J4 engine. That's all you need to sell this car. You don't even need to sell it that cheap. You'll be surprised how much the owner will get out of this car if he decides to sell it. Why? EW10J4 engine. That's all you needed. That's all you need to put on the advert, and boom, it's gone. Someone will come with his hard-earned money or whatever and take it out like, oh, I've just won a lottery. So I don't know. It's just a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. I don't know. As in, when I opened the BSL cover, the engine issue cover, I was just saying, I think even the mechanic that bought the car, even him started laughing, because from look at it, he hasn't even touched that place. Immediately he saw what he started laughing. You need to see how wires were cut, scattered on the BSM, the fuse box, the fucking fuse box that controls the engine or basically supply current to every part of the vehicle, including the BSI. You need to see what they did. It's not, see, when you are tapping current, when you are cutting and joining, is one thing. But even leaving it exposed without even tapping it, every wire so naked, everything, fuck. But like I said, somebody is going to buy that car at a very high price without even blinking, because it has EW10J4 engine, which was what the person who did this conversion cared about in the conversion. Oh, let me remove EW7J4 engine and put EW10J4 engine with automatic. Like I said, it was a very stupid move, because you had what to use to make the conversion perfect. The wiring harness of EW10J4 automatic is so easily available. The Busher 407 here and there, every part of at least northern part of Nigeria. So sourcing for this wire for automatic is not a problem. Yet you couldn't get that. You had to go and find a way to start cutting and joining. Even though what you were using was EW10J4, yet you had to go and use EW10A wiring harness, knowing that even EW7J4 entire wiring harness can start and run EW10J4 engine perfectly well, except that if it's for manual, it won't be able to work for automatic. So you have to find a way to introduce the automatic wiring harness, which may end up changing the entire wiring harness of the vehicle. But at least there is available. Instead, the person has to. Look at the ignition coil. This is EW10J4 engine. But of course, because I don't know, you see, up to now, I can't even tell you exactly. The only thing that makes me think this wiring harness is EW10A wiring harness is because of the map sensor. Every other thing, because I was thinking, okay, if you are using EW10A wiring harness, then why do you have to modify the connector that goes to ignition coil? Because when you look at the ignition coil is EW10A ignition coil, not even EW10J4 ignition coil. So why do you have to start modifying or cutting and joining wires on the connector to the ignition coil, even though it's EW10A ignition coil? So it was a mess, complete mess of this car. Yes, somebody is driving this car. The person, all you need to do is go online. Check it. Oh, for this car is killing me. This car is killing me. Ever since I bought the car, it has been driving me mad. 407 is a horrible car. So many electrical problems. You will see more foolish and stupid people will join. Because, the person must be telling the truth. After all, he is doing everything. He didn't abuse his vehicle. The car everything is intact. Yeah, the car is giving the person nightmare. So, yeah, 407 must be bad. And one stupid person will go and say buy the car and join the chorus. Like I said, all you needed to have is to have EW10J4 in the car. Boom! It says, who cares how the conversion was done? Who cares if the conversion, whether it was, even if it's not a converted vehicle, as long as it has that engine, can he start? However long it takes you to crank the engine to start, even if it takes 5 minutes before engine starts, so I crank it, who cares? It's EW10J4. Nigeria is I don't know. What feels Nigeria is like to make a decree, before you can own a car that is beyond 85 production, you need to come, they test your IQ. That's how I see it. I mean, it's that bad. I mean, if car could talk, man, the voices you'll be hearing in Nigeria, you will hear human voice. It will be filled up everywhere with the vehicle shouting and screaming, help! That's what you'll be hearing in Nigeria if cars could talk. Anyway, that is the end of this video.